Did you know a 16-year-old came home from church on Halloween and thought his family was pulling a prank? But they were actually all dead. His name was Devin Griffin from Ohio. On Halloween morning 2010, Devin returned home after church to change his clothes. The house was eerily quiet. He went upstairs and played video games for a while. Around 1:30 p.m., he noticed his mom, Susan, hadn't called him for lunch. Devin walked into his parents' bedroom and saw them in bed with the covers pulled high over their heads. He thought they were sleeping in late after last night's party. "Mom, wake up," he said, tapping her leg. Then he pulled the blanket down. The pillows were soaked in blood. Devin's first thought was, "This is a Halloween prank." But as seconds passed, the horrifying truth sank in. His mom and stepdad, Bill, had been shot in the head while they slept. Devin ran upstairs and found his 23-year-old brother, Derek, dead in his bed, his head bashed in with a hammer. He fled the house screaming and called his aunt, who called 911. Police immediately asked, "Who did Devin see that morning?" He remembered his stepbrother, BJ, loading something into a white truck before he left for church. BJ had just returned from a hunting trip with his dad the night before. Bill had invited BJ to stay over after their party. That morning, while everyone slept, BJ shot his father and stepmother with a .22 caliber rifle. Then he walked upstairs and beat Derek to death with a claw hammer. Police found BJ 170 miles away at the family hunting cabin. Blood from all three victims was found on his clothes. He confessed, saying, "I wasn't in my right mind." BJ got 3 life sentences and deleted himself in prison in 2015. Devin later married on the same property where his family was murdered. He named his son Derek after his brother. Write your country and I'll make a video from there.
This American woman killed 300 people in one day. In the quiet town of Goobersville, Indiana, in 1949, a woman named Aileen G. Anus was the beloved lunch lady at Sunnydale High. For 20 years, Aileen served meals with a smile. But one morning, she had other plans. She laced the school's water supply with a colorless, odorless poison. By noon, students and staff began collapsing. Chaos erupted. The hospital was overwhelmed. Parents rushed to the school in panic. As sirens wailed, Aileen calmly walked home, humming a cheerful tune. The death toll rose to 352 lives lost. An entire generation of Sunnydale gone. Aileen was found in her kitchen, baking cookies and listening to the radio. Her only words upon arrest, "I was saving them from the pain of living." Investigators later discovered 20 years' worth of journals detailing her plans. The Sunnydale massacre remains one of the deadliest single-day killings. In 1954, police decided to investigate her home more. They decided to break the walls, and what they found there was truly horrifying.
Congratulations, you've been hired for the overnight shift at a lonely highway gas station. The job is simple, just follow the rules. Rule number 1, if a customer comes in with coins that feel ice cold, don't give them change. Drop the coins in the red box under the counter. Don't look at their face. Rule number 2, at 1:47 a.m., the outside lights may flicker. Do not go outside until they stop. If someone knocks on the glass during the flicker, ignore it. Rule number 3, check the bathrooms every 2 hours. If the mirror is fogged, leave it. Do not wipe it. The figure you'll see isn't you. Rule number 4, if a black pickup parks by pump 3 but no one gets out, keep your eyes on the clock. If the truck stays past 2:30 a.m., shut off all the lights and hide behind the counter until you hear it drive away. Rule number 5, if the radio behind the register turns on by itself and plays static, unplug it immediately. If you don't, it will start speaking your name. That's all. Good luck.
Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears.
Did you know that in 1962, America's top generals approved a plan to murder their own citizens? Operation Northwoods was a classified CIA proposal that would stage fake terrorist attacks across the United States. The Joint Chiefs of Staff signed off on every horrific detail. They planned to shoot down passenger planes filled with innocent Americans, then blame Cuba for the massacre. Miami would be bombed. Washington, D.C. would face coordinated terrorist strikes. Cuban refugees fleeing to America would be deliberately drowned at sea, their deaths used as propaganda. Remote-controlled aircraft would crash into buildings while fake passenger lists were released to the press. The military calculated exactly how many civilians needed to die to justify invading Cuba. Each attack was designed for maximum emotional impact on the American public. President Kennedy read the proposal and refused to sign it. One signature stood between approval and mass murder of American citizens by their own government. The document stayed buried for 40 years until declassification revealed how close we came to state-sponsored terrorism.
Open up the door, I only wanna play a little ding dong. You can't keep me waiting, it's in the moonlight. My honey, I know is the dawn that you but tonight you belong to me. Way down along the street. How very, very sweet it was.
Mama, eine komische Frau hat mir erzählt, dass wenn man einen Namen rückwärts ausspricht, dass die Person dann alles tut, was man will.
Anna, red keinen Blödsinn. Du weißt, dass ich so etwas nie tun würde. Und jetzt geh und räum die Küche auf.
Okay, let's see if I can get a video of this discovery. I need it to focus though. Focus.
Focus.
Storytime, wie ich etwas nachts gehört habe in der Küche und etwas runtergefallen ist, Glas. Ich war eines Nachts so am Liegen, ich wollte eigentlich einschlafen. Und ihr kennt das doch, wenn ihr noch manchmal so am Handy seid. Ich lag so und ich wollte eigentlich schon schlafen gehen, auf einmal höre ich, wie etwas in der Küche auf den Boden fällt. Und ich mir dachte so, aber ich habe nicht gehört, dass jemand da ist. Und ich habe nicht gehört, also meine Eltern haben geschlafen, mein kleiner Bruder hat geschlafen, meine Schwester hat auch schon gepennt. Und ich dachte mir, wer ist das? Weil das kann nicht sein. Und ich bin leider so, ich bin aufgestanden und bin zur Küche gegangen und ich habe alle Lichter ausgelassen, weil jeder hat geschlafen. Wie, ich mache Licht an? Ich habe so mein Handy genommen, ich habe damit halt wenigstens Taschenlampe angemacht. Ich bin durch diesen Flur gegangen. Ich hatte um mein Leben Angst. Wenn ich euch sage, ich hatte Angst, ich habe mir fast eingepisst. Ich bin in diese Küche gegangen. Tür war sogar zu, weil wir machen unsere Tür in der Küche voll oft zu wegen meinem Kater, damit er nicht irgendwie, nicht, dass irgendwas passiert, weil da sind manchmal so Sachen drin. Checkt ihr? Ich mach auf. Licht war an. Und ich dachte mir, wer hat das Licht angemacht oder wurde es angelassen? Weil wir machen das Licht immer aus. Immer. Und auf dem Boden war auch nichts, also kein Glas, nichts, alles sauber. Dann bin ich wieder schlafen gegangen. Und dann dachte ich mir so, das ist gerade Endlevel. Und dann habe ich nochmal durch meine Zimmertür geguckt und
I'm so hungry. I need to walk to the store. This is a true story. In 1960, a U.S. military research team began a classified experiment to test how long a human could survive without sleep. The subject was kept in complete isolation, under constant surveillance, with no access to natural light or time cues. By day 3 without sleep, the subject began showing signs of confusion, mumbling to himself, and forgetting basic information. On the 5th day, he began experiencing full auditory hallucinations. He stopped eating and drinking, convinced that the food was poisoned by people he couldn't name. By the 7th day, he began to speak in a language that didn't exist, making up symbols and chanting them rhythmically. On day 9, he stood completely still for 6 hours, staring into the camera without blinking, and doctors debated stopping the experiment. Instead of stopping, they increased the stress by playing distorted audio and flashing lights to see what would happen. By day 11, the subject began screaming constantly for hours until his voice gave out. On day 12, he collapsed and stopped moving completely, appearing lifeless. Medical staff rushed in, but when they touched him, he suddenly jolted up and violently attacked one of the doctors. After subduing him, they sedated the subject and ended the experiment permanently.